What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to tutorial 59. So in this tutorial also guys, we'll be going to talk about some more custom templates, but this is going to be kind of a bit complex. So if I show you guys, in the last tutorial we have created like total I believe 3 or 4 different templates. So one of the simplest template was this one, like header and one body, and in this tutorial we'll be going to extend this template and we'll try to create something like this. So if you see, this is more or less kind of if you see, this is kind of mark sheet or any other sort of template where you need to put some sort of nice looking tables, and inside that you can put some sort of data. So these white blocks are actually some you can think it as an kind of container and where you can put some data. So you often will see some of the online education or some institute use this sort of template for generating like students mark sheet or report card. For example, this first column will be the first term, this is midterm, and this is final term, and here you can write the institute name and student name. So this is actually one of the very like very basic and very important template. If you know how to do this thing, you can extend probably this template to do maybe a number of different things. So without wasting much time, we'll start writing the code. Okay, so let me open this thing. So first of all, so we'll actually take this thing from here. So this was our last tutorial, so let me just copy paste this thing because I'm not going to write the same code again. And after that, what I'll do, I'll just write pdf.save. So this was actually from the last tutorial, so those are actually following our channel, for them probably it will be definitely easy. And here I don't need to put this template one, so probably you can write like this. Okay, and let's save this thing. Okay, and let's write. So it's done. So I think I have done a mistake, so probably it will be tutorial 59. So let's run this thing again. So it's done. So it is completed, and one more thing is created over here. We'll try to open this thing and we'll see what is the difference. Okay, so let me open this thing and we will see it here. This is the thing. Let me open this thing with Chrome. Okay, okay, so it's open. So this is what actually we are looking for, right? Okay, so now I want to give this template something similar to this. So how to do that? Okay, so we'll see it now. Okay, so first thing, we'll try to create this different blocks. Actually, if you go ahead, we have some block like some rectangles, like 1 2 3, total 3 columns, and there are total 15 rows. Okay, so we'll see how to do that. Okay, so we'll do it one by one. Okay, so just give me one moment before I okay, so what I'll do, I'll just keep this thing like this and we'll try to write something like this. So what is happening here, just guys just try to understand, actually then it will be easier to understand. Okay, so this is our first rectangle, this is second rectangle, this is third rectangle, and this is actually in our first row. So first row means the height of this thing will be the maximum, right? So what will be the height? Maybe probably this is 500, then the height will be 470, and here this block, the height from here would be least, so probably like 50 or something like that, and every blocks are having same width. So from this side it will be same left hand side, and from width wise it will be actually vary. And for this column, for example, this block starts from here, ends with here, so next block will be starts from here and ends with here. So we have to actually calculate all those sort of things. Okay, so we'll see it now. Okay, how to do that? So first thing, this is actually, if I open here, if you see, the total height for our case is 700, and out of that we actually already developed, if I show you guys here, we actually all developed this thing. Okay, we already developed this thing, so here to here. So now I want to start something here, then here, then here, like that way I want to create. So if I take it like 0, just for example, then I want to start it from here. So probably our first block should be start from y-axis location 50. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so let's put something. Okay, and just because this is 40, then it should be a bit more like right hand side, this x-axis location. So first of all, we'll just try to create some color. Okay, so it should be white. So I think I only need fill color, because I'm not going to put anything else, like, so white will be fine. Okay, so now we'll try to do this thing, the rectangles. Okay, so pdf dot rect. Okay, so from x-axis means where it is my thing. So from x-axis I want to create it something around here. So it is actually from here, so this is actually 40. So if I want this to be here, then it will be like 60. From here actually it is getting calculated, means the margin, left margin, so it will be 60. So it should be 60, right? And after that what I will explain, let me open my template again, so it will be easier to understand. So if you see here, it will start from 60, and from bottom also we have to calculate this thing. So from bottom, this red boundary is here, actually I have defined from bottom this red boundary is 30. So I want something here, so it should be something around 50 or something like that, so then it will be easier to understand. Okay, so we will write that 50. Okay, 50. So I need the same I need to define this width, so let's divide this thing. So total is 300, so maybe we can put something like 300, so unique, right? What happened? Okay, right, and after that should be I am not using stroke, but still I'm just giving fill equals to 1, so like this. So if I run this thing, what will happen? We will get only one rectangle in our file. Okay, so let's run this thing just to prove our point. Okay, so one required parameter height. Okay, actually I give this thing but I haven't give height. So okay, let me, so I give this width, the height maybe 20, this height. Okay, this white block, so actually forgot to give that, so let's give it 20, not much, not more than 20. Okay, and 1 comma, right? It's okay. So let's run this thing, it's fine. So if I open this thing, see, I got nice looking this thing, right? So now I want to create two more over here. So one is created here, so next will be start from here. So again it will be calculated from here. So total distance is, it is actually 60, and after that it came here, so total is 360. So if I start something around 370, then that will be a bit gap. Okay, so I will just copy this thing, 370. Okay, I'll just change this, change the x-axis thing. So it will start from 60 and it will go until 300. So total 360. So if I put 370, this will be fine, right? So I will put that 370, and width will be height will be 50 in the same, just because it is going to be in the same row. So let's run this thing again. It's done. If you say, we'll see two rectangle actually side by side. So I need one more here. So the same thing, it will start from 60, it will go 300, so that is why it is 370. So it will start from 370 and it will go to 300 more, so it will be 670. So if I put 680, then we'll get like unique like gap. Okay, so it will be 680 and height will be 50, and width will be, I am not sure, if I put 300 it will work. Let's give it 240. I think 240 should work, and after that stroke is going to 1 and fill is going to 1. Okay, so let's run this thing. So we should get 3 rectangles in our last row. Okay, see, nice looking 3 rectangles are there. So I want to repeat the same step now. So now how to do that? If this thing is here, the next thing will be here, so the whole thing will be calculated, right? So it is now 50, so I need a bit gap actually. So how it will be calculated? So if I put 80 here, then it will be fine. So the same thing actually happen. I need to only change this 50 like that. Okay, so 60, this things will be there. I need to only change 80, 80, 80. This height will be only going to be changed, cause actually we want to repeat the same thing but in y-axis. Okay, so if I show you guys, I want to repeat the same thing but in y-axis, so that is why it will be same, the only height will be changed. So if I put this thing and let's run this thing. Okay, so now let's run this thing. See, I got 2 things. Like as I told you, I need 15, so I can just copy paste this thing, but again you guys will understand that this doesn't make any sense actually, because I am just copy pasting this thing. So if it is 80, the next will be another 30 will be added, right? Why 30 is added? It was 50 and the height was 20, 70, so I need 10 some gap in between, so I just give 10 unit gap. So that is why 50 plus 20 is 70. The next block will start from 80. Now 80 plus 20 is 100, so I need 10 unit gap. So now here it will be 110, right? This is the calculation actually. Okay, nothing rocket science behind this thing. If you are able to understand or follow me, you will able to design. So next thing will be 140, 120 plus 20, 130. So we need 10 unit gap, so that is why 140. So it will be 140 and this will be 140. Let's see how many rows actually completed. Okay, see 1 2 3 4 is completed, right? So we will do the same thing now here. Okay, so let's copy 100. So 140 plus 20, 160. So it should be 170, right? 170, 170. So 170 plus 20, 190. So it should be 200. So like that way we will actually start doing our this thing. Okay, so this is actually very simple, guys. If you are able to follow me, like you will be able to understand actually what is happening. Okay, so let me just write 200, 200 and 200. Okay, then 2 more, so it should be 230 here, right? Here also 230. Here it will be another 200 plus 20, 250, so 260. So always it is the next column will be actually plus 30, something like that. So we'll do the automation now. Like automation means some sort of for looping, so that we need to we should not write we should not write that much lengthy code. Okay, so but just to make you guys understand how internally it works actually, that is why I'm just doing this thing. There is not much rationale behind this thing. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 is done. We need 7 more. So what I'll do now, it is 290, 320. So I will directly change it to 290 just because we need to add 30 unit. Okay, 290 and it will be 320. Okay, 320, 320. So next will be 350, 380. So let me change this thing. 320, 320. Here also it will be 320. I know it is kind of weird to do manually, but if I don't do this thing manually, if I just directly build the logic, then it will be easier, not easier for you guys. So that is why I'm just doing this thing very slowly, and to make you guys understand how you can like use like other things. So ultimately, if you know how to do it, then you can do so many different things, and the improvement and optimization you guys can do it by your own. But you need to understand actually how it is actually correlating with different elements internally. So this is also done. So up to 350 we actually cover, so we put 3 more, 380, this is 401, 440. So let's write this thing. So it should be 380. Oh, sorry, I did mistake. So it should be 380, 380, 380. Here it will be 410, 410, and also 410. Here it will be 440, 440, 440, right? Right, now what will happen? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So we need to put one more, so that will be 470, right? As I told you, I'll be going to create total 15. So last one will be 470, 470, and 470. Okay, so let's try this thing. Try to open this thing. See, we are pretty covered and everything is completed, but it is not the right process of doing it. But if someone is doing this thing for the first time, for them definitely it makes sense to understand how it is actually working. So now we'll do the looping part. Okay, so what I'll do, I will try to actually try to copy paste this thing, and so that I can create one more file here. Okay, so I will give a different name: PDF1, 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 and after that I will write PDF1 dot save. So just because I'll be going to use some other for looping, so guys, this part will be kind of same, and I will write loop. So there will be one more file. So now I'll do the looping. Okay, so for looping, there is very simple thing. I'll not give you guys much like hard logic. So let's define one variable k. So now we understand this thing here. So our total height is complete height is 700. So out of 700, I actually it is actually I have some screen left, which is actually start from 30 and it will go until 500. Right, out of that actually I got this 500 actually from here. Actually, if you see 470 we actually have, cause if you start from 30 and it will go until 30, so you have total 530. So we, it means this area I'm talking about, let's say I'm talking about this area, so it starts from 30, it will go until 530, 500, right? So I have this area only, this 500 actually I have. So within that 500 I can do. Now as I told you, I need actually 20, my each block should contain 20 unit. Like here I am giving 20 unit, and the gap between each block is actually 10. Like for example, the height of this every block is 20 and the gap is 10, so 30. So I have to actually divide this 30 by 440. Now why 440? Now I'm actually now I'll explain this thing. So total height is 700, and out of that 700 I actually took here 100, right? And actually this 100 is gone actually from here actually. Okay, let me just explain this thing. I actually did this logic, so if I do this thing, then you guys will be able to understand. Okay, just keep this thing. So actually this total screen height is 700. Okay, and out of that this first block will start from 560 and it will go until here. So you cannot touch this area. So ultimately you have only left this area. this area, this 500. It will start from 300 and it will go until here, so 500. So you only have this 500, and out of that 500 you cannot you just left the remaining part, like this part, this 60 you leave actually. Okay, so ultimately you have only 440. Okay, so that is why what you have to do, we have to actually check 440 divided by 30. Why 30? I explain you why 30. My each block height is 20 unit and I need gap, so 20 plus 10, 30. So I'll see how many I can do. Okay, and k equals to int k plus 1, right? So if you do this thing, you will get, it will become something around 15 only. Okay, and now we'll define one more variable, and that is called the length. Length, as I told you, it will be kind of 470. Why 470? I'm just taking it 470 just because I know this thing, 470. Okay, so here, so I'm just why I'm just doing this thing, guys, I just do this thing manually, so I know how to do this thing, like design and everything. So when you have something different dimension, you can easily calculate all those sort of things. There is not hardcore logic behind that. We have to just understand this like this thing wisely, and you will able to calculate your figure. That is the difference. So what I am saying, there is not the like golden rule or something like that, but the process is same. You have to calculate in that way only. Okay, so in our case, probably I can write L is 470. Now we'll start doing the looping. So for I in range, and it should be k. Okay, and here what we'll do, width is always start from 60. If you see, it will 60, then 300, then 370, something like that. So if you see, always this width is actually getting increased by 310, right? It is always getting increased by 310. So what is here, 300, and after that it is also going to be increased by another 310. So total 620. So it will be normal width, then 310, then 620, like this. Okay, so like this. Then I need to just simply write this thing, nothing else. Okay, so let me just write this thing. Okay, so this is my width, so it will be width plus 310, and here it will be 680. So it should be width plus 310 plus 310. So it will be either you can write 620 or you can write 310 into 2, like this. Okay, so it is there. Okay, and now I need to put some length. Okay, so first our length will start from L. So I will change this actually. So if we should change this thing, it makes sense actually. Okay, L, then we'll make it L, and we also will make it L, and every time the next thing, whenever we are going to 470 means it will actually start from here. So next thing will be minus 30. So it will be here actually. So it will be same thing, but inside the loop we'll write L equals to L minus 30. Simple thing. And if I run this thing, you will say we'll get two files here. Okay, we'll get actually two files. Now right now only one file, and we'll get another file with this loop underscore loop.pdf. We'll also have the same data, same structure. Okay, so let's run this thing. So it's done. So we got this file. Okay, we got this file. Okay, but it is actually only red. I'm not sure why red. Probably green. Okay, why red? I know, because I did not mention any color for this thing. So I need to actually change this thing. After red, I can just define here, it should be white. Okay, so now let's run this thing. It's done. Okay, still not getting changed. This is strange. Okay, let me set fill color. is not coming. What is the okay? Actually, I have written here PDF and PDF, so it should be PDF one, so not PDF this thing. So that is why it is not working. So let's run this thing. Okay, so this is our normal file using the manual thing. We did it using manual thing, and here we do it using the loop thing. So just to make sure that we use some different color here, loop, so I can write I can make it yellow. Okay, so the looping will be yellow and the normal one will be white. Okay, so see, I got nice looking template, right? So let me just decrease the size. Okay, so if you see, we got our expected template, and inside the template you can put some values, like as I told you, some mark sheet or some sort of reporting, like quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, something similar, or term 1, term 2, something like that. Okay, so this is template, but now you guys know how to put the data. If you are not familiar with how to put the data inside there, we have that tutorial as well coming up in within few weeks or within few days. I'm not sure how fast I'll be able to upload or how fast I'll be able to complete the template part, but definitely it will be there. So in the next tutorial, guys, I'll show you guys some sort of some other customized and some complex template. But one more thing, one wise advice: try to do some sort of practice, or else definitely will forget. These videos are not going to help you. If you are watching just ideally, or maybe after watching this thing you just keep idle, then it is actually not going to give you any benefit or value. So try to grab your pen and paper, try to understand the code. You can watch our videos many times. After that, just out of the box, just try to think some sort of design, and after that try to implement that. If you are able to do it, fair enough. If you are not able to do it, that is also fine. You can write me, I'll try to help you, but just try to practice actually, or else you will not be able to learn anything. Okay, so that's it, guys. I will try to like upload more videos in the coming days, but till then, take care, have a nice day, and happy learning. We'll see you in the next video, and have a nice day, have a nice weekend.